Happy New Year and welcome to another Mickey's Roundtable adventure where we explore everything Disney, one themed adventure at a time. For this adventure, I decided to head over to Blizzard Beach at Walt Disney World here in Florida to ring in the new year. You're not going to want to miss this thrilling, chilling Mickey's Roundtable adventure. I decided I would ring in the new year 2025 with a Polar Bear Plunge. What is a Polar Bear Plunge? Well, if you're not familiar with it, it is a swimming event that is held in the middle of the winter time in very cold, frigid water. A very well-known Polar Bear Plunge event is held in Coney Island. Chicago has one. They have them all over the place. Some places they actually have to cut holes in the ice in order to get into the water. I used to live in Minnesota, and I'm not unfamiliar with very cold water and actually jumping through the ice, jumping into the ice. But I currently live in Florida, and yeah, we don't have any ice, and the water doesn't get that cold. I previously had done a video about Walt Disney World's Typhoon Lagoon, the older of the two water parks at Walt Disney World, but I wanted to do a video about Blizzard Beach as well, and it seemed like this was a good idea, fun idea, because it is not winter. It's technically winter, but it's not cold, you know what I mean? But the Blizzard Beach water park is themed to winter. So the theme of Blizzard Beach is that a freak snowstorm came through, blizzard came through, and left a bunch of snow, and somebody got the bright idea of, hey, let's open up a ski resort. So when you enter the water park, that's what you're seeing is this ski resort that is in the process of melting down. And so there are water slides and all of the normal things that you would find in a water park, but with a lot of snow and ice and a ski jump and all of the kinds of things that you would find at a ski resort. They do offer lockers for your valuables. There's changing rooms and showers. You're supposed to shower before you go swimming. I wasn't going to go swimming right away. I wanted to wander around and explore the park a little bit before I got into the water. It wasn't terribly cold. I think in mid-70s, mid to high 70s. Not bad, especially for January 1st, 2025. And but it was cloudy, so the sun kind of came out a little bit here and there. Would have been nicer if the sun was out. There are a couple of different kid areas, one for the really little kids called Tykes Peak, and then another area, they had a zip line, and then they had looked kind of cool. I would love to have done it, but I'm not a kid. They had ice flows, and then there was a net. They could hang onto the net and see you walk across the water and try not to fall in the water. That looked like that could be a lot of fun. Like any ski resort, there is a chairlift. You can take that to the top of the big hill where all of the bigger water slides are. There's also a walking trail that brings you up to the top. You can't take the chairlift to the bottom. You can only take it going up. And so if you don't want to do those water slides, you can take that walking trail going back down as well. That big water slide from the very top that goes down the ski ramp, you don't go off the ski ramp, so that would be really scary. It's plenty scary as it is. It goes through the ski jump and then all the way down. I'm willing to do the big water slide at Typhoon Lagoon. This one, I could do it if I really wanted to. I don't want to. There's other little smaller ones that I have done before, but yeah, that big one, wow. If you're a chicken like I'm a chicken, there is a nice little viewing platform right below the ski jump that looks down where the water slide goes, so you can watch your family and friends risk life and limb, not really, as they head down that water slide. There are several slides where you get into an inner tube, again with family or friends, or if you're a single rider, they'll put you with some strangers. You can do that as well. Again, I was just walking around. I hadn't changed into my swimsuit yet, so I wasn't going to do any of the water slides just yet. I was going to do those a little bit later on, or so was the plan. Before changing, getting myself wet, doing my actual Polar Bear Plunge, I decided I would grab something to eat. There's multiple different little snack stands and things like that, but there is a quick service restaurant there. I headed there and grabbed myself some loaded nachos. Those are actually pretty good. I'm not a foodie. Every time I mention food on any one of my videos here, I mention that I'm not a foodie. It could be total crap, and I might enjoy it. And you won't, because you are more particular. Nothing wrong with that, however. But I enjoyed it. So from there, I waited half an hour, changed into my swimsuit, and headed over to the wave pool. Now, this is not as big of a wave pool as at Typhoon Lagoon. Yeah, so I set up my tripod and I headed on in, and it's funny. So I dive into the water, and it's a very gradual slope in there. So it was not very deep water. It was a good thing that I didn't, get a close shave from the bottom of the swimming pool there. But I did scrape my knee though. The next day I noticed my knee is like, what is that? Oh, that's from hitting the bottom of the pool. So be careful when you're there at the water parks. So then I headed back out of the water, and I must say, I'm no James Bond, but not bad for a guy in his mid-50s, huh? From there, I was planning on doing the lazy river, but I was too lazy for the lazy river. Actually, that's only part of it. It started raining a little bit. Rain was coming down, and I was already wet. I didn't want to get my stuff wet. I didn't want to get a locker, and so yeah, I guess I was too lazy for the lazy river. I did say I was a guy in his mid-50s though, so that explains that. Between the two water parks at Walt Disney World, currently Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, I think I like the theming on Typhoon Lagoon better. Actually, I know I do, because even though it's a world of imagination and all of that, a typhoon in a tropical area, semi-tropical area, makes a whole lot more sense than winter and a blizzard coming through a tropical area. That being said, I think Blizzard Beach might be the better of the two parks. I don't know, it might be up to your personal preference. Your personal preference might not be a factor in whether you go to Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, because currently they only have one open or the other. They are not both open at the same time. There's no overlap in the season. They have one open, and the other one is undergoing refurbishment, and when that other one gets out of refurbishment, the first one will go back into refurbishment. So there's one at a time. You may not get a choice of which water park is open when you're staying at Walt Disney World, but if you are staying at Walt Disney World, at a Disney resort on Walt Disney World property, they just started this, I think it was January 1st. On the first day of your stay, everyone that's in your party, everyone that is staying in your room, after check-in, you can go to whichever water park is open free of charge or included with your hotel stay. That's good. I believe just the first day of the resort stay and after you check in. So you could spend the afternoon at whichever water park is open the first day of your hotel stay there at Walt Disney World. So that's kind of cool, kind of a little token to hand out to guests to get them to go to the water parks, I suppose. Whichever water park you can go to when you happen to be visiting Walt Disney World. They're both very good. I like the idea that they're both themed to natural disasters. One a typhoon, the other a blizzard. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this Mickey's Roundtable adventure for this first video of the new year 2025. My New Year's resolution, get more subscribers. If you can help me out with that, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked it, and I would appreciate that. And so until next time, this has been another Mickey's Roundtable adventure. Happy New Year.